iTunes, whatever you listen to, your music streaming platform, and type in Uncensored Truth Podcast, and we're over there as well. Our full episodes are available on any one of those streaming platforms. Make sure you show us some love over there as well. And I said, man, you had a story you wanted to talk about Prince.
Yes, man. I wanted to talk about Prince because his sister-in-law or stepsister, I'll figure that out. I got you.
Right.
She was talking about some financial situation they were dealing with. Now, Prince is not resting in peace while this is going on. Oh, hold on. Let me get this story. Now, her name is Sharon Nelson. She's the half-sister of Prince. Has alleged that the late legend's estate has been mismanaged by Comerica Bank and Trust. Now, according to Nelson, nearly 3 years after her brother's death, his estate will soon be bankrupt due to unsettled disputes between the institution and his heirs. Now, Nelson tells Billboard that the infighting between the family and Comerica, have resulted in thousands of court filings and racked up millions of dollars in legal fees without any money or real estate assets being distributed to the late artist's beneficiaries. Nelson tells the publications that if disputes are not settled, Prince's estate will be bankrupt by the end of the year. Man. Oh God, what's your thoughts on that, man?
When I'm hearing you talk about this, man, it just, the only thing I could say, don't know the particulars of that too much, but the only thing I can say is anybody listening to make sure that you have everything lined up before. I know it's nothing that people want, to plan out, but make sure you plan it out, because the key thing that I heard was the infighting in the family and people wanting this and wanting to get a hold of this and that. And, it can happen with any family, no matter how thick you think the love is or whatnot. When it's a lot of money involved, a lot of people can, when they don't come from a lot, they could, a lot of things could go wrong there. So it's just like, make sure that's planned out. I hope that it's not that bad where they really have to go bankrupt. Bankrupt doesn't always mean broke.
No, right.
But not to get that confused, but I just think it's a bad situation, man. I just wish it would have been better for him, in that situation. Everything would have been lined up.
This is sad, man. When you look at just the impact that man made and the power that he made in the music industry and owning his own masters. And if you own your own masters, he made some real fine coin. That man is a legend. Mm-hmm. And for them to be going through what they're going through, like you said, man, you just wish and you hope that people, and you can learn from this, just put their arrangements in better order. Yeah. So these kind of situations don't happen. They also say that his full sister, Tyke Nelson, his half brothers, Omar Baker, Alfred Jackson, John R. Nelson, and his half sister, Noreen Nelson, have racked up $3 million in legal fees over this shit that I'm sure is getting taken away from trust and all this kind of stuff. So,
yeah.
Man, is it a sad situation. Hopefully, like you said, bankruptcy does not necessarily mean broke. Hopefully he has some business ventures in line to where somebody's in somebody's ear to, let this go, do this, do that. But it's just real sad. We're seeing this happen to a number of our legends that are passing away. We've seen it happen to a lot of them. I mean, when you look back, who hasn't it happened to? We've seen now Aretha Franklin. Now she's going through something. Yeah. We always heard the rumors about Mike. Marvin went through it. Yeah. There was rumors about Whitney that went through it. So, I mean, it just seems like a terrible and disgusting.
I think what happens is, people, they're living and they getting the fame and stardom, the money, and it's something they kind of not advised to do. And they think that they're probably going to live forever. Nothing's going to happen. And then it does. And then it's not set up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I think it's best to get it done early, get it out the way, get things set up. Because it'll be peace of mind because you already know this is what they wanted. Your estate or whatever, it's going to be clear what's going to be done. So it won't be no confusion. So everything is a lesson, man. Like, if just take a lesson out of everything. This has to be the lesson for people to learn that.
That's a fact.
Definitely, man. But yeah, man, tune into the Uncensored Truth Podcast with your brother Old God and the Sandman. Going in today on this Monday afternoon. Everybody listening on YouTube, go ahead and hit the like button and make sure that you share this video. Now, Sandman, the other day we talked about the Bun B. Yeah. Pretty much he was in his crib. His wife was downstairs. Guy came in, put a pistol in her face, backed her in, and Bun B heard the commotion, pretty much got into a shootout with the guy, chased him and everything, told him to take his mask off. And, the guy later went to the hospital pretty much and was arrested because, they found out that a guy was shot after he just broke into his house. So what are your thoughts on that, Sandman? I know you want to speak, more so about that. today, the Bun B situation. So what are your thoughts on that whole situation?
Well, I mean, I seen it yesterday, and we talked about the Bun B situation, but I think on individual platforms. We didn't get to talk about it together.
Facts.
And when I heard the story initially, and I seen that this young 20-year-old man, making a mistake, obviously going and just looking for just come ups any way that he can for whatever reason he is. And he went into the wrong house and caught a bullet for it. Mm-hmm. And you can never fault a man for protecting his home. If somebody intruded your home, your place of peace, your place of safety, comfort, and puts a gun to your wife, you're lucky it's not worse.
Yeah.
You're lucky it's not worse. So shout out to Bun B for even having the control to be able to pop him in his shoulder, let that kid live through his mistake, and get up out of there.
His head, he missed, by the way.
And I wouldn't fault him. In that situation, I wouldn't fault him.
And it's lucky because it's like it could have been the other way around. Maybe the wife was upstairs and Bun B was there. He didn't have his pistol, so it was just a situation. He was upstairs. He had the pistol with him. He could come down and defend it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Again, somebody comes to your household like that with a gun. It's on.
It's on.
Yeah, it's on.
Point blank period. You don't got time to ask. You don't got time to do nothing. Now you were saying in the pre-production, I didn't hear too much of this, but it was real interesting. You saying some people hitting you up. Shout out to everybody that listens and watches and everybody that drops his comments and emails and all that good shit.
Yes, sir.
That they were trying to call him Bun B, dare I say, a snitch?
Well,
in this situation,
I'm not gonna go that far.
Hell no.
But I wouldn't, necessarily, call the brother that. But the brother today sent me an email, and he said the Bun B situation versus the Troy Ave situation. He said he pretty much referenced the time that we, talked about Troy Ave and the situation he was in, and people kind of, wanted to, hear what we thought about, was whether or not he was a snitch, because people are calling Troy Ave a snitch in a situation where, somebody shot at him, he picked the gun up and his friend was killed, and pretty much trying to defend himself in that situation. Same thing here with Bun B.
It's not the same thing, but okay.
I mean, I'm just talking about a similar situation. Somebody, shot around you and whatnot, threat,
right?
You shoot back and whatnot in that regard. But he was pretty much saying I give both of them a pass, but he said he wants us to talk about it. He didn't leave his name here, so I can't really give him a shout out. But I think it's that people. I'm not calling him a snitch for one. It was a situation where his life was being threatened, his wife's life was being threatened, and his life simultaneously, and he acted. The guy's lucky he's probably not dead, because what we hear in the guy, which is pretty much randomly, doing that. So bad place and bad timing. But the Troy Ave situation, it's also, they in a nightclub and whatnot. It's with Tax Stone. Then you, with that thing, people talk about even Tax Stone, so I don't know, man. I won't call it snitching with Bun B dead. No.
It's not. And this is the comparison between the two. You got one situation, and let's just throw out all names, just put situations. You got situations where you got ongoing beef between two parties already going on. So it's already outside of you've already taken it there. So then you see each other and bullets start flying. It is what it is. You abide by this code that you guys live by. And now one is sitting in a situation where he's to tell or not to tell. It's not up for us to judge. If you look at it in the writings of the street, it is what it is.
Right.
As an innocent bystander, like I've always said, if you're an innocent bystander and you're in the community and somebody does injustice in the community, it is up to you to uphold the law in your community when you don't feel the police are doing the justice. If one of them people take your babies and you see it, you got to uphold. But I get it, because you got threats and things like that, and you don't got good relationships with the police, so motherfuckers ain't going there to rush to tell. I understand all that. Bun B, a man walked in his house. A man walked in his house and put a gun to his wife. And he defended his wife and he chased dude down, took the mask off. Absolutely. He's lucky he's alive.
And it's like the situation, like he shot him. So if he went by the code and he saw him, but then when he got to the police, I don't know. I can't positively identify him. Now it's like, all right, you got to worry about the dude either coming back to try to get you, or maybe he just gonna be like, well, all right, the dude didn't. This is just a gamble. Maybe he ain't gonna do nothing because the dude didn't tell on me, so I'm just gonna leave it alone.
You don't know reasoning right
that's
now.
That's what I'm saying, right?
You don't know he's randomly looking for Chris. You Bun B. He might be targeting you.
Right.
You don't know.
Right.
This ain't nobody you got beef with. This ain't somebody that you've been talking shit to. This is somebody that just walked in your crib and tried to violate you. Fuck that. No rules.
Right.
And that's just my opinion.
So yeah, you know, it is what it is, man. Definitely. But yeah, man, you tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God and Sam, man. Go in and stay on.